I'm sure you've heard it said, you've got to have positive thinking. You've got to have positive thoughts. Positive thinking will get you a lot farther than negative thinking, and that's all true. Truly true. You've got to think positively, but positive thinking isn't enough. You know, Napoleon Hill wrote the book Think and Grow Rich, and in the book he said, what the mind of man can conceive and believe can be achieved. And so in that thought and in his whole book, it's all about what you think about. And having positive thoughts and thinking about the future and having this vision of what you want. But that's not all that is necessary. You know, positive thinking truly is important. In fact, if you don't have positive thinking, you'll never, promise you, never achieve anything. If you have negative thinking, you'll achieve that. You'll achieve negative things in your life. But positive thinking is paramount in accomplishing what you want. And then the rest of his statement, and believe can be achieved. So you have to believe it. Okay, so we have two, I'm going to say it's a three legs of a stool, a three-legged stool. You've got positive thinking, you have belief that you can have it, that you can do it, but there's a third one. A lot of times we don't talk about it. It is talked about, but let's talk about it in terms of a three-legged stool. Positive thinking, belief that you can, and the third is called positive talking. You have to actually take action. You have to do it. So it's maybe, okay, so maybe it's a four-legged stool. Positive thinking, belief that you can, positively talking about it, and then actually positively doing it. Let's call it a four-legged stool. So you've got to have the doing. Well, how do you get from the thinking and believing to the doing? Well, by talking about it, by having positive talk, positive talking. You might say, Mark, what does that do? Well, in essence, you're speaking it into existence. It's a lot like writing it down. When you have a goal, a vision, a dream, you need to write it down, because once you write it down, you create it. It never existed until you actually wrote it down. You created it. When you have positive talk, you are speaking it into existence. It's a creative process. If you read the Bible, it starts off, it says, in the beginning God created, and he said, let there be light. And there was light. He spoke it into existence. He wanted it to happen. He thought it up. He wanted it to happen. He wanted it to happen, and he spoke it into existence. It's been what was it, last year? I don't even remember. Last year, I guess, when I went from 250 pounds down to 195. I set a goal for 195 pounds. I wrote it down. But you know what I did? I told people about it. Yes, I believed I could get there, and I created a plan. But I told people out loud that I was going to be 195 pounds. That was my goal. I spoke it out loud, and I talked about it a lot during that. It took about 7 months or so. During that 7 months, I talked about it out loud to a lot of people. I created it because, one, I thought it, I wanted it to happen, I believed it could happen, and I spoke it. And you know, when you tell people about it, it kind of puts you on the hook. And, you know, if you don't do it, then they're like, well, what happened to you? What happened to your goal? You know, can we not trust you? Is your word not worth anything? Gets back to integrity, what I talked to a couple of days ago, I guess. Your thoughts won't manifest themselves into reality until you speak your aspirations verbally, until you tell other people, until you speak it. Maybe you just need to speak it out loud to yourself so your own ears can hear what your mind is thinking. So how do you do this? Well, you start with a positive thought. What it is you want to accomplish, what it is you want to change, what it is you want to be true in your life. You need to change your thinking and begin speaking your thoughts out loud. Now, if you're just talking to yourself, you might want to do it in the bathroom or in your closet or in your car so people don't look at you and go like, what are you doing talking to yourself out loud? But begin speaking your thoughts out loud. And if you're bold enough, tell other people. When you tell other people, it really makes you accountable to them in order to make that you just spoke a reality. Because people will watch what you do. They'll listen to what you say, but they will truly watch what you do. When you speak the aspirations that you have, when you speak about the vision that you have for your life and the goals that you have for your life and the dreams that you have for your life, when you speak them out loud, you're holding yourself accountable for finding a way to make them a reality. And that's the key. I mean, you can have thoughts all day long. You can even have positive thoughts all day long. But if you don't believe it will happen, start acting on it and talking about it out loud. So maybe you do it that if you have positive thoughts, you believe that you can achieve it, you speak it out loud, and then you act on it. That's how it goes. Because that's what I did when I lost my weight. I had this goal, I had this positive thought that I weighed 195 pounds when I weighed 250. I believed I could get there. I set a date, and I believed by that date I could reach 195 pounds. I told other people, which made me actually do the things I told them I was going to do, because not only was I holding myself accountable, they were holding me accountable to it too, because they were watching. And it was really cool as the weight came off. People were like, Mark, what are you doing? Interestingly, some people thought I was sick because I was losing weight fairly quickly at one point. But I spoke it, and it became true. And when you speak your thoughts, when you speak your dreams, when you speak your goals out loud to other people, if you're a person of integrity, you will follow up on them. You will take the action necessary to make it happen. So that's your Sunday strategy for today. Positive thinking is imperative. It's necessary. You need to believe that you can have what it is you want with those positive thoughts. Speak it out loud. Use positive talk. And then act on it. And hold yourself accountable. Hope you have a great Sunday. Got another week coming up. And I hope it's going to be a great week for you. Thanksgiving's around the corner. We have a lot to be thankful for. And a little cool this morning again. I will be back tomorrow. And I'll talk to you again with my Monday mentor tomorrow. So this is Mark Schinner coming to you from the porch with your Sunday strategy. Have a great day.